Episode 2, The Second Flame, Brother Seraphiel. He was once a sergeant, now he is legend. Welcome back to Comet Patrol, Episode 2. Tonight, we finish building and lay the first true colors on the second Sanguinary Guard of the Knights of the Chalice. His name is Brother Seraphiel, the Shadowed Comet. Lore story, deep engagement. In the Knights of the Chalice, the Sanguinary Guard are the living memory of Sanguinius himself. During the Great Crusade, they were the Ekisat, the Burning Ones, his personal guard. After the heresy, every successor chapter that carries the Sanguinary Brotherhood keeps this tradition alive. Seraphiel earned his golden plate the hard way. On the shattered shrine, he stood alone when the Swarm and the Warp both came for the chapter's most sacred relic. 47 minutes, one broken chainsword. When the Black Rage tried to claim him, he turned it into purpose. That is why his armor carries both blazing gold and deep shadows. He remembers the darkness so the light can burn brighter. These are not just models. They are the chapter's soul-given form. Assembly. Let's get him built. I'm keeping sub-assemblies for easier painting. Torso and legs first, then the ornate jump pack, then arms, and that beautiful death mask head. Clean every line on the gold armor details. These kits are crisp, but the fine scroll work and feathers catch flash. Test the pose so he looks like he's already mid-strike, comet descending. Glue the jump pack last so I can paint under it later. He's ready. Now the real work begins. Painting. First coats, white/yellow/gold dry brush. Zenithal prime if you did it, then dry brushing. Prime was done earlier, black with a strong white zenithal from above. That gives us instant highlight map. First dry brush pass, a warm gold over the raised armor plates and wing edges. Light pressure, build it up. Second pass, yellow-gold mix on the highest points, the helmet crest, shoulder rims, weapon casing. This creates that rich mid-tone warmth. Final bright pass, pure white dry brush on the extreme edges and tips of the feathers. Just kiss the surface. Look at that. Already, the armor is starting to glow like molten gold under starlight. This is the light of Sanguinius we're painting onto Seraphiel. Adding shadows. Visual. Applying recesses, wash or contrast / shadow color. Now we add the darkness he conquered, a thin dark brown or black wash or a targeted contrast paint into every recess, between the armor plates, under the jump pack, around the death mask eyes, inside the feather details. Don't flood it. Let capillary action do the work. The shadows then make the gold pop even harder. This is the story in paint, the bright heroic surface and the darkness he mastered underneath. One model, two coats of meaning. Rules deep dive with explanations. Quick rules for anyone new or refreshing. In the latest 11th edition faction support, these guys are still monsters. Profile, M 12 inches. They move fast. T4, toughness. SV 2+ armor save, one of the best in the game. W 3 wounds, they take a beating. 4+ invulnerable save that ignores armor penetration. Abilities, deep strike, they can arrive anywhere. Angelic visage, enemy melee attacks against them subtract 1 from the hit roll. Heirs of Azkaelin, even tougher when a character leads them. Weapons, Angelus bolt gun for shooting, Incarmine blade that hits like a truck in combat. New Wrath of Angels detachment even lets them fall back, shoot, and charge. These are the golden elite that protect the chapter master and delete threats the moment they land. Wrap plus engagement. Visual, final painted model hero shot plus comet wrap. Brother Seraphiel, the Shadowed Comet, stands ready. 2 down, 3 more Sanguinary Guard, and then we move to the Assault Intercessors. What would you name the next one? Drop it in the comments. Which part of the lore hits hardest for you? The sacrifice, the Black Rage Mastery, or the Golden Legacy? We painted him that spectral way for a reason. It feels right, ancient, touched by something beyond the usual crimson fury. So, let's explore the deep, tragic, glorious tapestry of Warhammer 40,000 that surrounds the Blood Angels and their angelic sons. I'll take you through it, from the whitest stars down to the blood in their veins, with all the nuances, the heartbreak, the contradictions, and how it can shape something as personal as your Knights of the Chalice, the Grim Stage, the Imperium, in the 41st Millennium Warhammer. 40,000 is set in the far future of the 41st Millennium, a decaying, xenophobic, theocratic empire of a million worlds where humanity clings to survival through faith, brutality, and endless war. The Emperor, a godlike being who once walked among mortals, now sits withered on the golden throne, his psychic might holding back the tides of chaos while his body slowly dies. The Imperium is a corpse animated by ritual and fear. Alien races, Tyranids, Orcs, Necrons, Eldari, Tau, press from every side. Demons spill from the warp, and internal heresy festers. Space Marines, the Adeptus Astartes, are the Emperor's finest warriors, transhuman super soldiers, 7 to 8 feet tall in power armor, engineered from the gene seed of the 20 Primarchs. They are both saviors and monsters, noble in purpose yet often monstrous in execution. The Blood Angels, 9th Legion, later chapter, embody this duality more poetically than almost any other. Angels who hunger for blood, artists who become berserkers, the most beautiful and the most cursed, Sanguinius, the angel who fell. Your Sanguinary Guard exists because of him. Sanguinius, the winged Primarch of the Blood Angels, discovered on the irradiated moon of Bel Secundus. He grew angelic white wings, a warp mutation, and united the scattered human tribes against mutants. When the Emperor found him, Sanguinius pledged loyalty instantly, and was given command of the 9th Legion, renaming them the Blood Angels. He was everything the Imperium claimed to be: noble, humble, visionary, a peerless warrior, and inspiring leader. He tried to temper his legion's savage bloodlust with grace, pairing them with the more disciplined Luna Wolves early on. He secretly suffered from the Red Thirst himself, and desperately sought the cure. During the Horus Heresy, he was lured into a trap on Cygnus Prime, dueled the bloodthirster Kabanda, wounding him but losing hundreds of suns in the process, then helped breach the ruined storm to reach Terra. At the Siege of Terra, he held the Eternity Gate, banishing demons, before leading a desperate boarding action onto Horus' flagship, the Vengeful Spirit. There he confronted and mortally wounded Horus, but was killed in the process. His death sent psychic shock waves through the Legion, awakening the Black Rage in full. Only Aska Ellen, his loyal herald, survived that final stand among the original Sanguinary Guard and later rebuilt the order. Thematically, Sanguinius is the perfect tragic hero, light in a universe of darkness, sacrifice that buys only a little more time, beauty that cannot escape corruption. His sons have spent 10,000 years trying to live up to his example while carrying the weight of his death in their very genes. The flaw: Red Thirst and Black Rage. Here is the heart of the tragedy, and what makes your ghostly white and gold vision so poignant. The Blood Angel's gene seed carries two curses: the Red Thirst, a psychological and sometimes physical craving for human blood. It isn't just hunger, it's an ecstatic, almost spiritual need. Controlled, it can be sated with willing serfs or Karash, blood mixed with wine. Uncontrolled, it turns a noble warrior into a fanged, bat-faced beast, Some Marines age prematurely if they abstain too long. Commander Dante himself has lived centuries and looks ancient when the thirst is denied. The Black Rage, triggered in battle, it makes the Marine relive Sanguinius' final moments, believing he is the Primarch fighting Horus. Friend and foe blur, strength and ferocity skyrocket. Victims are usually formed into the Death Company, painted black and sent on suicidal charges. They often die gloriously or survive and risk falling fully to the Red Thirst. The chapter manages this through rigid discipline, art, poetry, and ritual. They balance 5 angelic graces: honor, humility, mercy, restraint, forgiveness, against the 5 warrior virtues. Sanguinary priests and chaplains watch for signs. Yet the flaws worsen in later generations and successor chapters. Primaris reinforcements from Guilliman's Indomitus Crusade are somewhat more resistant, but not immune. Nuance. Some successors, like the Flesh Terrors, lean into the savagery. Others try to suppress or redeem it. The shame is real. The Blood Angels hide the flaw even as it becomes an open secret. Guilliman himself knows and has worked with them. This is where your White Sanguinary Guard and White Sanguinary Priest become powerful. White can symbolize purity, penance, or transcendence, as if your chapter believes it has found or is seeking a way to rise above the curse, or at least to wear it differently. The Sanguinary Guard, golden and sometimes white, angels of death. These are the elite of the elite, the personal bodyguards and exemplars of Sanguinius' values. During the heresy, they were among the orders of the first sphere. They wear golden artificer armor. The gold directly evokes Sanguinius' radiance and the chapter's reverence for him. Baleful death masks, often sculpted in his image or that of fallen heroes, and winged jump packs. Their weapons are the iconic Ancarmine series, power glaives, swords, axes, often paired with plasma or inferno pistols, and sometimes storm shields or the chapter banner. They are few in number, rebuilt again and again after near total losses. Only Azkaelin survived the heresy's final battle. Only Carissus initially survived the devastation of Baal. They fight as shock assault troops, leaping into the fray to protect the chapter master. Dante often leads with them, or to turn the tide in desperate assaults. They have stood against Angron himself in recent lore. Crucial detail for you. While most successor chapters keep the classic gold, the angels in carmine paint their Sanguinary Guard in alabaster white. Your ghostly white and gold version has a direct canon precedent. It makes them feel even more spectral, like pale echoes of Sanguinius, rather than his radiant golden suns. The pale crimson wings you chose, dried blood red, become a haunting memory of the red thirst, rather than its full embrace. The glowing blue eye lenses, in lore they could represent enhanced vision to detect the flaw in others, or simply the cold, otherworldly light of warriors who have stared too long into the abyss of their own curse. They are symbols of hope and glory, yet they too can fall to the black rage. Even the purest gold can be stained. Sanguinary priests, keepers of the chalice and the blood. Your all-white sanguinary priest fits perfectly here. These are the chapter's apothecaries, with an added spiritual role. They harvest gene seed from the fallen, using the sacred tools of their trade, but they also guide brothers away from the black rage and help manage or strategically unleash the red thirst. Central to their tradition is the Red Grail, or blood chalice, a relic said to contain the actual blood of Sanguinius, kept circulating among the priests through ritual injection and bleeding, so that every new draft carries a trace of the Primarch. New recruits undergo insanguination, drinking from the chalice as part of their transformation. The priests are equal in spiritual authority to the chaplains. Together they can even command the chapter if the chapter master falls. Your chapter name, Knights of the Chalice, is canonically a real Ultima Founding Primaris successor. Chapter Red Armor, Black Helms. But yours can be something more personal. Perhaps a specialized or divergent line that places the sanguinary priesthood and the chalice at the absolute center of its identity. The white armor on both your priest and guard could signify a chapter that sees itself as cleansed or penitent, guardians of a pure vision of Sanguinius' legacy, or warriors who have made a vow to master the flaw rather than be mastered by it. Your Knights of the Chalice, forging lore around the ghostly vision. Imagine this chapter. Hook after the devastation of Baal, when so many blood angels and successors were nearly wiped out. A small group of survivors and new Primaris found something in the ruins, perhaps a fragment of an ancient chalice or a vision. If you're building your own combat patrol or Knights of the Chalice force, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss episode 3 when we finish the unit. Until next time, may your brushes stay clean and your comets fly true. This is Combat Patrol. Episode 2 complete.